Bill and Lynn. This is video 1 of 3. So this is kind of the beginning. This is the first step with regards to kind of circulation and normalizing the tissue. We'll do self-myofascial release. So the first one is the inner thigh. And Bill, you're gonna wanna lay down prone on the elbows, flexing at the hip at about 90 degrees and then also at the knee at about 90 degrees. And I typically like to put the roller off of the mat if you're on the mat. And then just gently glide along the inner thigh. I would say maybe back and forth about 1 inch. Roll through there for a little bit and then just a nice big breath. Let your body weight sink into the roller and then gently move on to the next spot. So then sliding maybe a little further up the inner thigh. Same thing, roll back and forth a couple of times. Nice big inhale, exhale, just sink into the roller. And then third spot, and usually try and get it maybe a little bit higher in the hip for the third spot. So I've set your interval timer so that for this section you have 1 minute for each of those. So 1 minute on one side inner thigh, 1 minute on the other side for the inner thigh. Next is going to be the sacrum. And so what you're gonna do for that is actually sit on top of the roller. Hands are gonna come behind you to support you. And then what you wanna do is just kind of, like I say, scratch the itch. So you're just going cross friction across that bony surface. All right, just side to side. See if you can get the skin to move is what you're trying to do over top of the bone. Just get the skin to move across the bone. Go all the way down and up and down the sacrum. If you want to try and get towards the edges of the sacrum where you're a little bit more on the side of the bone, you can do that as well. All it requires is just shifting the hips a little bit, making sure the glutes are out of the way. And then you can do that component. Last but not least, for your circulation and normalizing tissue is going to be the rub and scrub technique on the ribs. So all you're doing is putting the foam roller on the side, moving it up and down, moving it back and forth. Just really trying to get some circulation in there. And you're gonna do 1 minute on your ribs total. So go ahead and just do about 30 seconds on each side. And that's phase 1.